So guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch our episodes. Today I am in Taita Taveta. This is our village. I think it's Kayanga or something. So just behind the hills. You remember, I think in December or around November thereabout, we did this project. It's taken me a little bit of time because I've been up and down counties, Nairobi, Bungoma, Migori, Kitale, Kisii. Like currently I have a project in Bungoma, another one in Kitale, one in Kisii, then to start in Kisumu. So I've been up and down and I could not put together time to just come to Voi directly, specifically to take this video. But time has come and now I'm here to just not forget about my dear viewers. I am very sure this is a very, very, very special episode for those people who are basically thinking of revamping their farmhouses, probably for their parents, probably for those guys who just have 3-bedroomed houses or 4-bedroomed houses in their villages and they feel like they just want to revamp. I am extremely excited because I was given an opportunity to work on this project and I just came in and it is actually breathtaking from the outside. The moldings, the fascia boards that were painted nicely, the gutters, everything just looks beautiful. It is just beautiful. Then now I'm inside the house, and inside this house today I'll not take a lot of your time. I just go direct to specifics, then I'll touch on details a bit, then from there we are done. So for this particular house, we were subcontracted, same procedure, site visit, design, after design, implementation, or quotation and then implementation. As simple as that. So we came in and we worked on the budget, and actually the client was on budget a bit, and so we opted to do a few things. Whatever we were meant to do were new windows which were supposed to be sliding aluminium, new beautiful doors, but the budget seemed to be a bit on the higher side. So we opted to just do nice, beautiful skimming and paintwork. Gypsum ceilings in all the rooms. Initially the house didn't have any gypsum works, so we did nice, simple gypsum ceilings, as you can check. It is just simple, straightforward, white, plain ceiling with nice, beautiful, warm down lighters, and then a beautiful, just simple chandelier for your mother or for your family back in the village. And then the cornice. Then as I look around, I can see the way the windows have been treated. Those are the pelmet boxes. So curtains haven't been fitted. The client, the parents haven't taken up the space yet. Even as you can see, the space hasn't been, it has not been furnished. And probably my client will take up the furnishing part from today. So the curtains should be done, so it is hidden. As you can see, those are pelmet boxes created so that the curtains can come from the top. And maybe in future, because this was like a phase one, the windows will be broken up, created as big windows for aluminium, and then whereby it's coming from the top all the way to almost the bottom, then sliding glass windows, but that was to come into phase one. So nice, beautiful ceilings, simple details. So that was the lounge, and this is the dining area. You can see we've also changed. I'm not so sure if we took videos of the previous sockets and switches, but currently we've just come up with a very nice, simple, beautiful sockets for this house after painting and after skimming and painting. So this is the dining area, a nice, beautiful, simple chandelier or a pendant light on top of the dining table. This basically would be a 4-seater, a 2-seater on that side, 2-seater on this side, 2 chairs on that side, 2 chairs on this side, and 1 single piece here and another single piece. So it's a 6-seater, beautifully sitting here. Then after that, this window was not there. This was covered. The layout of the kitchen was not like this. Probably I'll show you, Larry can throw in the previous kind of kitchen that was here. So we cut out this window. Initially, it was meant to have nice, beautiful mahogany finish. But as I told you, not all sides are the same. Clients are never the same. Clients have different muscles, and also depends on so many other factors. So we opted not to do that, but we provided this beautiful breakfast counter. So a bit of 3 stools, one for one person here, one for another person, and one for this person here. So Mzee and Mama, when they are preparing to leave very early in the morning and they just want to be served breakfast, they can sit on their sinatabus here. Sinatabus are the tall stools. Those are, for tall stools, I mean the bar stools, the long ones. They sit here, then have their breakfast. Maybe the house girl has prepared, put it here. They just come pick quickly, then go away without going into the kitchen. So this was cut out and done like this, so that it's an easy transition. You don't have to go around to even bring food to the dining area. So food can be placed here. Then these guys, when they are seated, they're coming to sit, they just pick and place, or come and serve and sit. So from there we have sockets underneath. So for they're actually double. So even if you are 3, you can easily do your things from here. Or if you want to prepare, you want to heat, you can still do your thing from here. So that is it for the dining and the lounge. Let me go to the kitchen. So guys, without forgetting, we came in, we demolished this kitchen. I think, if I can remember clearly, it reached somewhere here. It was a very tiny space. Huh? The window was actually the window to the, this was a veranda on this other outer side, and there was a window dividing this space in between here. Then most of the times I've actually come to notice out of experience that you might spare a veranda. We like sparing veranda so much, especially for our lounges, for our bedrooms, for our kitchens. But you realize that most people do not utilize verandas, because once you come from work, maybe probably at around 6 p.m. or 5:30 thereabout, and some of us will hit the house at around 8 p.m. So you realize that it will take you a number of months before you sit onto your veranda, and probably maybe you might need that space to do other things. So for this particular space, the functionality vis-a-vis the aesthetics and other factors allowed us to demolish this particular partition that was here and give our client a more functional kitchen. So we brought down this wall, and then I can't remember clearly how the layout was here, but we'll just throw it into the videos to just see how the demolitions were going on and all that, and how the layout was. But after the demolition and laying out, and we normally do our demolitions just after the 3D designs, and after those 3D designs have been liked. Let me not use approved. The client has to like the 3D, then approve. And in reality, that is now buying the design. So after the proposed design, we opted to demolish and now rearrange the kitchen. And from that perspective, after cutting the window here and now giving our client, so we wanted a space for cooking, we wanted a preparation area, and we wanted a washing area and a bit of storage. And in this regard, we did away with the walls, did away with the existing tiles, and brought in this beautiful kitchen. And for a village house, this is not village anymore. This is town. So beautiful single-lipped granite is there. Then a nice beautiful backsplash, that is the skirting. I remember sometimes things happen and it's good to also admit. I sent my team to bring in these granites, and when they arrived, I think we had miscalculated on the quantities. So they laid out the granite nicely and everything was just in place nicely. But because they had a shortage of the granite, they had to put a smaller backsplash, or the smaller skirting on the backside, which also, on the other hand, might not be probably looking good or looking bad. But again, what you've quoted or what you prescribed, the specification matters a lot. So my client came in and she noted that we had supplied that I had not seen, but we had supplied, instead of 100, we supplied a 50 mm, and she raised the issue up to me and told me, your guys have come and they put a smaller skirting, and I feel like personally I paid for the 100 mm. So I told her to relax a bit and give me probably a week. I ship in these stones. Then I shipped in this, we removed the smaller stones and put them back, selected this nice beautiful, I don't know the name of this stone or the tiles, but beautiful stone that is actually complementing nicely with the contrasting nicely the black and the creamish kind of tiles. Then again complementing so nicely with the espresso kind of, this is not espresso, this is like Folkestone gray, nicely with the whatever. Everything just looks simple, straightforward and all that. So we've done that. So we have storage here. After that, we have the high-level cabinets there with shelves, nicely done. So those are 3 pieces that can serve. Then we have this preparational size space or space, working space with a socket there, nicely done. This is the counter. You prepared your food, everything are in dishes or whatever here. Put them here, put them up there, and they can go. Then we also created this space. For now, we wanted to come up with a very, very modern kind of kitchen, and for that particular reason, we had to create a space for a double door fridge, and this is normally 950 mm internal measurements. So it will be around plus 18, it will be 36 plus that, so around 1050. So this space is around 1050 plus storage on the upper level, and everything is working properly. You can confirm by the light and all these things. Maybe Larry, if you come on this side, you realize we have done our DP switches on this side, and these are DP switches for the fridge, microwave and oven. So you switch these things off from this particular side, and you can see the line work. Most of the times I have been noted to be very detailed in my whatever. So actually I look at this thing so keenly, and even my team has actually, now everyone knows that our boss will come and he'll look at this. So we have a 40 mm in between the socket, and they have to be 40 in between. And then the line on top here, we have been perfecting it. And right now, what I do, I just come with the level, put it on top, then I tell my electrician, go back and redo the works. So these ones are operating properly. So you switch them on, and then when you come on this side, you realize the fridge is on. And then this is the oven working. You push it there, it works. You put your thing in, you close. Then the oven also is also working. Then if I want to switch them off, I just go to the other side and turn off this. Then immediately I turn off, you realize that the lights will go off on the other side. So you don't have to have your appliances on every time. So you can control them from there. And since they're inbuilt, again, there is a socket behind there that now feeds the power to the machine. So you don't have to pull it out for you to switch it on and off. So that is to cater for that. And as usual, we have a 450 drawer, very nice, beautiful, soft close kind of whatever. So you just, sometimes I see clients pushing, then after a week or 2 weeks or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, they will tell you, my drawers are not working. You don't need to force things. Push it up to there, leave it, it will close. Then even for the doors, stop pushing it all the way. Just close it up to there, it will go. Then we have this nice, beautiful pantry, because now we are looking for storage, because this house does not have whatever, a pantry. You have a beautiful thing here that you can arrange your things, not really necessarily the pantry kind of stuff like now you come and put here unga and viazi, but some things in your buckets or in your containers you can nicely arrange and put so many other things here. Then just push it slightly, slowly, it will go and close, still in soft close. Then kidogo of more storage up there. I don't know if people can reach, but for those things that you don't use so often, you can do that. And the reason for doing this is because most of the times We are also working with the house measurements. Some houses have 2.7, some houses are 3 meters high, some houses are 3.1, some houses are 2.4. So for this particular, and those ones, those measurements will guide us in terms of how we lay out. Most of the times our clients will be telling us, please, I don't want the space above the cabinet. So what I'll do, I'll just measure. If it's 2.4, I'll use the 2.4 boards. If it's more than that, I'll use the 2.7 boards. And then if not, I will now do my adjustment so that I use 2 different compartments up and below. But for this particular reason is we've done the 2.7, then that 2.7 above the space that remains on top, we put a nice beautiful space filler. We call them space filler, and then the side panels are called side panels. And we normally do them to look like the doors, so that the entire thing on the face, from the side, the front, the upper panel look alike. And that is it. And you see how they differ in terms of measurements. This one is 650, this one is 600. So the 650, a cornice will come and drop down, go back. Then when it comes here again, because of the panel, play around with that cornice in 45, it gives you a crown on top, then it goes back. Then with our space that was initially our veranda, we cut this wall, brought in our window, and then from there we created a nice beautiful double sink here, which works so nicely. Then more space here, then doors, and if you can realize, this entire wing is all doors, so that everything is just seamless. Then when you take a return, again doors, where the gas is. Now the gas for this particular site is in this compartment, and then feeding the whatever, because they didn't want the gas outside. And this is basically because maybe it's a village, you put your gas out there and you never know, probably you might come tomorrow and not find it. Then a few DPs here. Again, this one and this 2, one will be for the cooker and one will be for the hood. And you just come in and figure there. If you want it to double motion, single motion, you press there. The fan will blow pole. Then that is slightly ×2. Then that is the twin motion motor. So they are all blowing very fast. And then I'll just switch it off. Then the whatever is also working. If you want to know, it will be doing ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and the gas comes on. So immediately you switch the light, the whatever on, it should be. So the possibility is the gas is empty. So again, this is a fixed panel. More storage there, and as usual, spice rack next to the cooker. And these spice racks, you can have 2 on either sides depending on the capabilities. So it works. It's also soft closing. Then immediately after that, we have our beautiful drawers working nicely. Then immediately after that, another spice rack on this side. Then after that, we have those, more storage, because we don't have a pantry. So that is it for this particular kitchen, and this was the main thing that actually brought us in. Then from this, that is when we went to do the gutters outside, that is when we did the fascia boards outside and all the other works. And then from here, let me take you to the other, because we've done gypsum in all the other rooms, but I don't see the need to take you around into the other spaces. Let me take you to the master bedroom. I show you another space, because for this particular project, the girl was doing something for the parents, and the kitchen was the ultimate in their master bedroom, which was on the other side, but we opted to create a guest bedroom for them to be the master. Let's go. So as quickly as possible, I just don't want to waste your time. So this initially was a guest bedroom. It didn't have a bathroom. So we opted to lay it out, design, and come up with something. So what we did, we came up with a design that incorporated a new shower, a new toilet, a new wash and basin, all inbuilt wall, new wall. Then we did the wardrobes, we did the headboard, we did the gypsum, and we did the floors. So quickly, then we did the skimming and painting. So it's a very simple, straightforward, but elegance is the key word. It's where style meets elegance. So we decided this particular nook should have probably a small console. This particular space would have like a small console where they drop their keys or they drop their things with a nice, beautiful artwork here. So I'm shooting before furniture. Then this is the main light, and it's a two-way, two-gun. It's a two-gun, two-way. You can switch it on this side and switch it off when you get to the bed. I just leave it on for now, and it's changing color, so I'll choose one particular color. I think let me choose that one. That. So I'll use that. Then when I finish, I'll switch it off from the other side. So you come in, have a small console here, either here or here. Then as you walk in, so these people, most of the times, our parents, as they age, they want to, most of the times, they spend most of their time with their Lord. Their Lord is their spiritual father or their spiritual being. So you create for them a space whereby after sleeping or after fighting with the cows and all the manner of animals on the farm, or maybe after farming, and before they just sleep, maybe Mzee has not arrived, she can comfortably sit here and read her Bible. And if she invested in some few other things, she can quickly sign her checks here and store them under here. Again, this can be also a dresser, but for this particular project, we didn't do this as a dresser. So you can, this is around 1 meter, and it's sufficient. If you have a laptop, you can sit. And this is not for, basically for parents, even my house or your kid's house or someone's house, we can still do the same. So a nice, beautiful study table. I give you sockets so that you don't struggle to pull cables from the back. Just put your laptop here, open, then plug in. Then, assuming you don't want a lot of light, you've just woken up, or maybe you're asleep or working late, and you don't want the lights, you just put on the ambience light on that side and put on the task light here. And it's done on a floating shelf, and our floating shelf, we've done the double lipping, sandwich them together so that they give you that thickness. Then put shelves at around 400 apart, or 350 or 370 apart, so you can arrange your files here, or arrange your books, and maybe, or put your portraits here and put some files on top here. So you sit here, work, plug in, do your things, finish, switch off, and go. And immediately after that, you need to change your clothes and all that. We have also accommodated you with all that. So you can have a space for foldables. Maybe you have a t-shirt there. You have a few shorts that when you come in, or maybe night dresses, you put them there, you fold them there, then a few other things there. Then under here, you have a space for your boxers, space for socks, space for another thing. So as you do the cabinetry or the wardrobes, functionality is very key. And then now you have a few space for hanging, then for your suitcases. Again, space fill on top, a cornice running, no space left to gather dust. Immediately after that, you open these, and then we can have our tall clothes or long clothes on this side. Then, as usual, I normally zoom in to see if the wall has unevenness. But in this particular case, the lights are on and it is as smooth as it is supposed to be. The cornices on the corners have been sanded properly. The joint between the wall and the cornice is smooth. The joint between the ceiling and the cornice is smooth. The joint between the cornice and the cornice is smooth. And those are the things that are very key. And most of the times I travel, even out of this country. Then I'm in a very special or nice hotel, but my eyes are just running around, and I can see a 5-star or a 4-star, and I would say, I think I can do better. And that is the essence. We have to make Kenya better. So from there, the bed is not there, but this is us. Because this wall was not there, but we wanted a bed here. So we actually constructed this wall. It was not there to create a space for the bathroom. Then the bathroom now had this space. Then now we had to do a 4x4, 5x6, so that we have a stool for the halves and a stool for the heels on this side. Then the bed comes in the middle, and as usual, this is a panel. This is MDF laminated panel as the headboard, and purposely it's to make a simple, straightforward headboard for your bed. So you just buy a nice box bed, put it here, and this one acts as your headboard. Then you can decide to put whichever color you want, or whichever wallpaper, or whichever decorative panels, or whatever on that side, depending on how busy or how intricate you are. People have different tastes and preferences. So again, now to emphasize on the lighting, again, if you take a project now, you see when I switch off, I'll switch off the middle light. That middle light, remember when I was entering the room, I switched it on. So assuming you're on your bed, you can switch it off from this particular point. And then Madam on this side can also decide and switch it on for you. So it's a two-way running parallel. Then the second light is for the downlighters. I can switch it on here and switch it off. Madam can switch, everyone can do their thing independently. Then the third light. The third light is the first one. This is the ambient light. You are on your bed, close your curtains, everything is just quiet. Before you fall asleep, probably maybe you are reading SMSs or doing something. You don't want a lot of light. You can just use this, and immediately you are done, you just switch it off, and the space is cool. So this is something I've been talking about so much, how to lay sockets and switches on the sides of your bed, and to operate independently. So you can do your things on this side and do your things on this side. Then below here is your side stool reaching somewhere here, so it's easy for you to plug in your socket and charge your phone. Also, if on the side stool you have a side lamp, you can easily plug into one, so you have a double socket working concurrently. Then even to go further, the double socket has provision for a USB charger. So you don't have a plug and you have just a cable, you can plug in and all be sorted. Again, to emphasize further, again, there is this type of socket whereby if you have a normal charger, you can still charge the head. And if you have the other difficult charger, the other American charger, it can still serve you. And that is very key. Then from there, I just finished by saying this is a new partition that was introduced. This is for the light on and off. If I want to switch it off, I switch it off. I want to switch it on, I switch it on. Takes a minute, then it will just come on. And then you put it back there. But once the beds are there, you can still go to the bed with it. Then here, this is the instant heater for the shower, because now we are working with the mentality whereby we can still have an instant heater shower. We still provide you with that power to that. But again, we are giving you a mixer whereby in this particular case, we are opting, actually there was a plan to put solar system so that now water is just heated. Then when it comes here, it comes as hot and cold, and everyone is sorted. Then you have the lights here, and the door is nicely done. You can see the architrave running around, then beautifully stepped up, because now we were doing new plumbing works. Stepped up because we were doing plumbing works, and at times you're forced to raise a few things up and down for you to manage. So I go in, then we just manage our space have a toilet here. So using space, small spaces nicely. So you come in, we have a nice, beautiful, soft closing toilet here, plumbed and used. We use this wall. Then we have a nice sink. So actually, normally you just want to do things that are functional, especially when you have a small space. So you can comfortably sit here. The door is closed, or even your madam is there. Do your thing, finish. Then you see now it's just comfortable. It's next to the glass, but because the space is small, you're not touching. As in, for you to touch this glass, you have issues. Then you're doing it in a way that you can easily close the door and even open it as you sit here. So we are doing calculation in such a way that you can sit on the bed, on the WC, close the bed, close the door, open without struggle, and immediately you have a nice, beautiful whatever here. You have a shower here working nicely. Then we create for you a nice, beautiful space for the soap, then the drain, and then this place is also a bit sunken so that whenever you're showering and we have a slope, water is not spilling. You can put your nice, beautiful mat, the WC mat here, then, or maybe just put a mat so that you can, it's double sharing, one that is acting for the toilet, also acting for you on the other side. So when you close, you just come in, and that is a mixer there. Then on this side again, you can close comfortably. Then the sink is here, water is running. Then this space can be used to place your cups and put other things, and even towels, and also maybe mouthwash and all that. Then we give you a nice, beautiful mirror. We need to put a light around this mirror so that when you are here, you can switch it on from the other side, and then instead of using the downlighter, you just use the whatever. So the granite is nice. Then we have given you more storage, and that is, the door is closed, you open, push it, you work. Close this permanently because now that is where we put our waste pipes. Then we give you a shelving unit on that side, and everything just looks beautiful. And that is it for the bathroom. So guys, thank you so much for always taking your time to watch our episode. That was a brief summary of what we've been doing in Taita Taveta, that is Voi. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media pages at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance. Asante.